Well, today's, I can say it's even warmer than yesterday. The temperature today has climbed up to 44 degrees Celsius. In some parts in the country, further inland, that temperature is even higher, close to 45, even 46. As you mentioned, the ancient monument, the Acropolis here, has been shut for a few hours. It's the second day that the government has been closing it down to avoid people being exposed to the sun, because standing in line for many hours, it could cause a lot of issues. Though one problem I have to say today is that there is a wind and it's picking up, and this might cause a few headaches to the fire brigade, because it is warm temperature and winds is a perfect combination for wildfires. We did speak to the fire brigade, and we also spoke to people of how they feel during this heat wave and what are the measures that are taking, and this is what they have to tell us. The streets of Athens are less busy than usual. The sound of air conditioners has overtaken that of honking and traffic. Even the iconic site of the Parthenon, visited by millions, is forced to shut down for a few hours during the day.
It's really hot. The minute you step out of anything air conditioned, it's like, so yeah, it is hot.
We've been walking everywhere in other cities, but here we've been catching taxis everywhere to help. And when you go on Google Maps and you put your trip as walking, it comes up with like a weather warning saying we don't recommend you to walk.
And that is what the authorities have been saying. Avoid any unnecessary travel. Many people here in the Greek capital have been seeking respite from the scorching weather, heading to air-conditioned centers set up for the vulnerable and cooling down in water fountains, while others head to nearby beaches. And in the center, city workers hand out cold bottles of water. With temperatures in the 40s and this weather expected until next week, Greece's state mechanism has been placed on high alert to deal with the heat wave and wildfires. Scientists say heat waves are becoming longer, more frequent, and more intense as a result of climate change.
So far this year, we don't have any strong winds, but saying that it could change in the coming days. We don't know what might happen, if the winds will pick up or how high the temperature will be. We have 14,000 firefighters on standby, 2,500 reserves, and more than 4,000 volunteers.
It is the first time that the ancient temple of Athena, the Parthenon, is forced to shut down for a few hours. It might be inconvenient, but standing under this sun for many hours could cause problems, and that's what authorities are trying to avoid, especially with tourists. But on the north side of the city, for the fire brigade, tourists are their least worry.
Every year we experience a transfer of warm air in the southern part of Europe. We could experience 1, 2, 3, even 4 heat waves through the summer. There might be some slight changes, but we will experience heat waves every year, and they mostly come from North Africa, where climate change has played a role and will continue to play a role is in the number of heat waves we will experience.
While there isn't much wind, it's expected to pick up, putting the country on high alert. But this heat has also put a strain on health services and power grids. And with famous sites shutting down for a few hours, the impact could be felt on tourism. And temperatures like this are expected as well next week, with the meteorologists and scientists saying that the heat wave that might happen by the end of next week is going to be even more intense than what we are experiencing right now. And as you mentioned as well earlier, in parts of southern Italy, the thermometer could even show close to 48, even 49, and that is similar what we're going to expect here in Greece. So everybody is on high alert, everybody's on the red, medical services as well as the fire brigade. So until at least next week, where everything is going to be in the red, and everybody will be on standby to provide anyone who would need any necessities to stay cool.